In this tutorial, what I want to do is look at decimal places. And when we're dealing with decimal places, we want to round to a certain degree of accuracy. So our answer is always going to be quite close to the number that we started off with. So I want to look at some examples to show you how it works. The first 4 examples I'm going to round to 1 decimal place, and the next 2 to 2 decimal places, just to show how it makes a difference. So the first decimal place digit is the one after the decimal point. Now what I like to do is consider the number as far as that digit, so that's 282. Notice I haven't put the decimal point in because it's easy to add 1 on to 282. I get 283. I then look at the next digit, which in this case is a 3. Now if that digit is a 5 or more, I take the bigger number. If it's a 4 or less, I take the smaller number. So this is a 3, it's 4 or less, so I want to take the smaller number, 282, and then I put the decimal point back in. Let's look at this one here. So I'm going to write the number as far as the first decimal place, so we've got 89, and then add 1 on to that, 90. Now I look at the next digit along, which is a 5 or more, so I'm going to take the bigger number, 90, but I want to put the decimal point back in, so it's 9.0. And when we're rounding to 1 decimal point, it's really important that we have a digit after the decimal point. So our next one, we're going to write the digits as far as the first as far as the first digit, so that's 47, and the next one on, 48. The 6 is a 5 or more, so I'm going to take the bigger of the numbers, 48, and I want to put the decimal point back in. The next one, we're going to write it as far as that first digit, so that's 1534. The next one, 1535, but the next digit's only a 2, so I take the smaller number, 1534, but I put the decimal point back in. So for 2 decimal places, almost the same thing. I'm going to write as far as the second digit after the decimal point, so that's 48652 and 48653, but this digit is only a 4, so I'm taking the smaller number, so it's 652, and put the decimal point back in. And for our last example here, we're going to write 357 and 358. This is 5 or more, so I'm taking the bigger number, 358, and I'm putting the decimal point back in. So now we've got some questions for you to try. What you might want to do is pause the video, do these on your own, then start the video again and see if you've done them correctly. Okay, so in this first one, we're going to write as far as there, so that's going to be 274 and 275. It's only a 3, so we're going to take the smaller number of 274 and put the decimal point back in. The next one, we're going to write as far as the second decimal place, so that's going to be 528,739. Add 1 on to that, and we've got 528,740. It is a 6, so we're going to round up, which means we're going to take the bigger number of 528,740, but we're going to put the decimal point back in. Okay, so here's some questions that you can try. See how you do, see how your friends do, and compare your answers. Let's see if you're getting those right. I hope the video was helpful.